Joining the show today is one of us by way of the final selection of the second round in the most recent NHL draft. We got with us here prize prospect Riley Height. Riley, thanks for jumping on with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Pleasure.
Now, first thing we ask everybody, and we've gotten quite a range of answers, but first time you saw the goofy Minnesota Wild logo, what did you think it was?
Yeah, I mean, I don't, to this day, I still don't know exactly what it is. I thought it was always a bear, but is that correct or no?
There's really not a correct answer. We've had people tell us it's a bear. We've heard cougar. We've heard that it's just a wilderness scene. And then I don't know if you've had a chance to connect with Adam Beckman at all, but he thought it was a UFO. So like there's no right answer. But I think the conventional answer is it's some kind of combo of wilderness and bear.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'll go with the bear, I think. I don't know. That's just what I get when I first look at it.
And our podcast is called Fellowship of the Rink, a playoff Lord of the Rings. I wasn't sure if you're a Lord of the Rings fan or if you have a certain nerddom or nerd itch that you know, whether it's like a thing that like a book series or a movie series or something that kind of like, do you collect anything that's kind of in that realm of like, hey, this is something that's kind of my cool little side thing?
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you I've watched Lord of the Rings. A lot of my family has, and you know, they said it's good, but I'm not really into that. I love Star Wars. I'm not much of a book reader, but my dad kind of got me into Star Wars when I was younger, and yeah, I always watch it probably 100 times. So it's always fun once in a while to go back and watch that. But no, nothing really.
So do you like the older movies? Like, are you more into the cult classics, or do you like more of the current stuff?
Yeah, I mean, a bit of both. I think as you know, as kids, me and my brother and sister kind of got roped into watching old stuff because that's usually what my dad would throw on. But I started to like them more and more as I watch them. But yeah, I think movies were just made a little different back then, and stuff's changed. But I like newer stuff too as well.
Obviously, you're coming off a heck of a season, 117 points, and you know, went into the playoffs as well. Just what was your biggest takeaway or area of growth this season for you? Like, where did you feel like, hey, this is a way you made your kind of mark?
I think for sure just my complete game. I think I really focused a lot on, you know, being a bit better and more responsible defensively, and just being a bit more, you know, aware and learning a bit better. I've done a lot of work with, you know, development guys in Minnesota, and, you know, they've helped me out a ton, and, you know, it even increased my production offensively, and I was way better away from the puck. So I think that was my biggest improvement, and just, yeah, bringing my all-around game, and really worked on faceoffs as well. I thought I did get on faceoffs this year too, and yeah, it just led to, you know, trying to help my team win. So
the stuff that like Matt Hendricks and the development guys say is you're always hungry to learn about what you can do better, and not every player is like that. And every player maybe think that they're already good at certain elements of your game. Like, what were kind of things that you learned from maybe when you asked Matt or those guys, like, hey, where am I missing, or what am I doing? What kind of things did you learn from the feedback you got?
yeah, I think I mean, I use Henny as an example. I think just I talked to him lots, just about my kind of entering the D zone and just being underneath the puck a bit more. And I mean, stick positioning lots is what I worked on, and it really helped me just going into battles with your stick in different areas, and learning when to have two hands and one hand on your stick was a big thing. And because I like to have two hands on my stick always, so it was fun to learn that stuff. And yeah, it just really it was mind blowing how much I think it helped my game and translated. And I thought I got a lot better at it, you know, as the season went on. So.
And obviously you wish you were still going and pursuing the Mem Cup, but still a great run for the team. I mean, anything you took from that experience as a whole?
Yeah, I think obviously that's the closest I've been, you know, since I've been in Prince George. And, you know, it's been kind of a building process. I think over the last, you know, 3-4 years I've been with the team now. And, you know, we really fully did believe we had a really good team and a really tight core. And, you know, we believed we had the pieces, but I think that's playoffs. Obviously, there's one team that's going to win, and you know, if we could go back a little bit, maybe and fix a couple things, but I think we left it all out there, and we battled as a team, and I mean, we just fell short. But yeah, no, really good experience for me and myself, and you know, especially a lot of young guys too. We still had, you know, a lot of lot of good young guys playing some important roles. So it was good to have that. And yeah.
One thing, talking to like Bill Guerin and the management here and development group, that they really feel like they're going to give you every chance in camp to earn a spot on the NHL team if that particular works out that way. And what does it mean to hear that? And do you feel you're ready for like the next step? Do you feel you're ready to kind of come in and try to prove that you're ready for the next step?
Yeah, 100%. I fully believe that. I think, I just every day I'm trying to improve on little things, and I just try to get better at one thing every day, and that's what I've been doing my whole life. And I believe it's got me to this spot, and I love, like you said, I love taking advice and trying to get better and do whatever I can to help. So I'm just really gonna do my best and grind all summer and feel as good as I can going in. And I fully believe in my capability that I can do it. So
nice. What was the whole draft experience like for you? Like both leading in with all the teams you were talking to, and then kind of how things shook out there in the first 2 rounds?
Yeah, I mean, kind of a whirlwind, to be honest. I mean, there was so much, stuff leading into it at the combine and stuff like that. And, you're doing so many Zooms, it's hard to keep track of. But, I mean, you're just talking to, it seems like hundreds of different people every day. But, no, it was a really cool, thing to learn about. And, I didn't really know it was going to be that in depth and stuff. And, it was cool. But at the end of the day, I think I went to the right team, and, I'm super pumped to be with them. So, obviously every guy's going to want to go as high as they can, but at the end of the day, I'm super pleased with where I went and super happy. So,
what was your conversation like with the Wild and with Billy or with Judd or those guys? Anything you remember from one of your hundreds of Zooms, I guess? Anything you remember from those conversations that kind of stuck out?
Yeah, I think at the combine, actually, when I went and did my meeting with them, if I remember correctly, I don't know, I don't think I think it was more just of a joking. It seemed more of a fun environment, and that's one thing I took away from it. I loved that, and they told me to tell them a joke, and I didn't have a joke at the time, but I think Bill asked me it actually, and then I went back at him and I said, I don't know, I can't remember, but I said, I bet you do or something, because he was being a jokester the whole time. So I kind of fired back at him, and I don't know, maybe they liked that or not, but it was fun.
What's the weirdest question you got across all the teams?
I honestly didn't really get any really weird ones. I think just there was some of the like psychological exams and stuff I think were kind of different, where you had to answer. I don't remember exact questions, but there were things that I never thought I'd have to answer. But I mean, I don't know how you can relate to hockey in a way, I guess. But it was there was just always some weird ones. But I don't know. I think I don't know. I'm actually kind of drawing a blank.
Oh, that's all right.
You obviously have 2 siblings there, brother and sister, both played hockey at a high level. Just what were those early years like for you? Like, was it all 3 of you guys together? I know they're a little bit older. Like, what was kind of the competition like between your brother and sister?
Yeah, super competitive, I think, because my brother's 6 years older than me, and then my sister's 4 years older than me. So I've always had to go up against my brother, and that was something I learned at a young age. If I got him mad, I was going to take a beating almost. So it was fun though, and the competitive side of the game, he helped me out with that a lot. And just remember all the days my dad was always nice enough to build an outdoor rink for us every year, and that's where I learned most of my stuff. And my brother just putting me through simple drills every night, and I'd stay out there from 3 o'clock till 10 at night, I think, and my dad would have to drag me off. But super fun memories, and I think that's just kind of what I fell in love with the most about hockey. Is helped a lot to do with my brother, especially. My sister was out there a bit too, but my brother for sure played a big role in that. So
You said your dad's on the farm now working. Like, did you have any kind of chores coming up? I wasn't sure what your kind of early years were like, as far as, did you have any odd jobs you had to do, or is that more a recent thing for the whole family?
Yeah, well, we've been farm grain. We've been doing that for a long time now, and we live on an acre just outside of Saskatoon. We have 40 acres out here, so there's always yard work to be done and stuff like that. And whether it's planting trees or whatever, we have race horses as well, so we do that on the side. And my dad's been racing horses for a while, and I don't know. Yeah, we all just try to pitch in the best, but I mean, we're all super busy, and now it's just me at home. My brother's moved out of a house, so, and my sister's not here right now, so just me at the house holding down the fort with my mom and dad. So
nice. With the racehorses, like, do you guys have any of the crazy Kentucky Derby names? Like, what's the coolest name you guys have given a horse?
No, we don't race in that high of a level. Those are it's more just we have a couple horses in Winnipeg, I believe, right now, and we had a track here in Saskatoon for a long time, but it just got shut down recently. So he's been racing horses in Winnipeg now, but I don't know. We had a lot of cool names. I think the one I liked the most, I don't know, maybe like Zip Eddie was one that was pretty cool, I think, and I don't know. There's a lot of funny ones actually. One was kind of named after me because I was born on my birthday. So, but yeah.
What kind of hobbies you get into that were not sports related? Did you get anything else that were not just about kind of hockey? Did you have anything else that kind of you grew up that was kind of your passion?
Yeah. Well, I grew up I've never done a ton of hunting. My dad grew up hunting a lot, but just with hockey, it's always kind of during that time of the year where you're busy or whatever. And I like to call myself a big fisherman. I love fishing. So kind of doing the summers when I spare minutes. So it gets pretty competitive with me and my dad and my brother. But we love fishing, and I also like to golf lots too. It's something I've been doing the last 4 or 5 years now, and I really took enjoyment for it. It's just nice to clear the mind. So
nice. You're gonna fit in great in Minnesota.
Yeah, I know. I heard fishing's unreal up there. My dad's pumped, so I gotta.
Oh, we'll get him out here. Well, what have you heard, like good or bad? Like, what are just some of the stereotypes you've heard about Minnesota, just being from the outside?
I mean, just more like if it suits a bit of an outdoors. Talk to Henny. He's got a nice place up there, and he's been ice fishing stuff, and that's kind of right up my alley. So it's super cool if you can go hunting and fishing and just kind of being in the outdoors. When we were there at development camp, we went to the Passawan Lake. I forget what that's called, but it was beautiful. Yeah, it was beautiful. I couldn't believe that was that close from St. Paul. So that was super cool to see. And I mean, yeah, maybe have a cabin on the lake there one day would be a dream. So
there we go.
One of the 11,200 lakes there are in the state, so there's quite a few.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Shoot up puck to any one of them. There anybody like on the current Wild team you kind of like looked up to, or anyone you kind of like, maybe not just the Wild but the NHL, you kind of model your game after, or try to say this is something I want to learn from?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always trying to kind of take different parts from a lot of players, but obviously right once I actually got drafted, I started watching Kaprizov more, and I can't believe now that I watch more, it's hard when I'm in Saskatoon. I don't know the channels we get on TV. You didn't get many Minnesota games, so I didn't watch a ton of them before, but I kind of always watching Edmonton and those type of teams. But he's so, like, the way he protects the puck, I couldn't believe it. And it's something I'm trying to work on now. Actually, it's funny, but he is he's a world-class player, and he's gonna be one of the best in the world one day, and he is right now. So just him, I've been watching a bit with little details he does. But in the past, I watched a lot of Sidney Crosby's kind of my role model growing up a bit, I think. And I've been watching Nikita Kucherov too, just the way he plays with the puck. I think the way he can dish it out, and you never know if he's going to shoot or pass. So it's someone I like to kind of look at a bit too.
Nice. You think you'll give us any interviews like Nikita Kucherov's?
I don't know. Maybe one day. I don't think so.
You went through the exceptional status program, or the approval process. What was that like, applying for that? And was there any motivation in maybe not being part of that? I wasn't sure, or was it freeing, like you didn't have that pressure as much?
Yeah, I mean, I thought after the first year I had there in Bantam, I thought because I played underage Bantam, and then once I played my first year, and then once I got drafted, I just thought we talked about it as a family, and I thought it was the right thing to try to do. I thought I was ready for it, and fortunate enough, all of us got to actually play at 15, so it didn't really matter because we all get to play anyway because of the bubble. But yeah, I mean, I've always used it as motivation whenever I've been turned down, and obviously it bothers you at the time, but I think at the end of the day, it just made me better, and push that much more to get better, and prove that I can be there. So
Yeah. And I mean, you were part of what's probably going to go down as one of the next historic draft classes. And there was a wide range of where players were going. You know, on one of our other podcasts on the network where we talk more about wild prospects in NHL draft, you know, we had you going in the first. But do you have a chip on the shoulder at all from where you went in the draft, or did you not really have expectations going in?
No, yeah, I think I had expectations. I believed I was, deserving to do that. And I mean, I thought I had a super good year on my draft year, but at the end of the day, I love it, to be honest. I think the more, dollars you have, better if you're going to be. And I mean, I think I proved it again this year with just the year I just had. So, it doesn't bother me at the end of the day. I think it's just, it's a number, and, I'm just going to use that. And, it's still a pleasure to be drafted that high. I never complain. It's, you get drafted at all. So, I'm super honored and, fortunate I've even gotten that spot. And, like I said, I'm just trying to, do my part, and I can control what I can, and, not worry about anything else.
You mentioned rounding out your game into a more complete game. Like, I think anybody from your status who comes up has always been in a top 6 or top line role in your entire life. Like, do you think that helps you in the future if you come into NHL where you may not have to start at that particular role, like where you can maybe fit in that middle area that maybe you're probably not used to?
Yeah, for sure. That's, something I really, actually thought about. And, I was, lucky enough to work with, the coaching staff that I had this year with Mark Lamb, my head coach. He's playing the NHL, and he's won a Stanley Cup. And he's got a lot of experience. And Jimmy Playford helped me out a lot too. He came on our back end, and he's coached a lot, and he knows a lot about the game. And I really took a big role in the penalty kill as well. I know something I thought was probably my biggest area that I surprised myself maybe a bit in the most. And we had one of the best penalty kills in the league, and I really took pride in doing it, honestly, every night. And I think it helped my defensive game out as well a ton. And it's something I just I want to be able to go in and be able to play any role. So,
did you have like college options at all, or did you always think that the junior route was the way to go for you? I wasn't sure what guys kind of decide whether one is better than the other.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna obviously I had some people reaching out, and I was thinking about it for a bit, but I thought just at the time where I was in my life, I thought it was always my dream to play in the Western Hockey League. Just growing up watching the Blades in my hometown, so that's just something I think a lot of Saskatchewan kids dream of, and I love doing it. So I don't regret my decision at all.
Nice.
What makes Western Canada hockey players different?
I think the grit and the toughness. I don't think. I don't know. It's just. I don't know how to describe it. I think it's just. Tough league, and it's always going to be one of the best leagues in the world for junior. And it's just teams can surprise any teams on any given night because it's just competitiveness down here is good. But I mean, I don't know. It's
Any inspiration behind the hand to the ear celly, or where did that come from?
I don't know. I think there's not many guys that like scoring goals as much as I do. I know I pass the puck more than I shoot, but I love scoring goals. And I can't describe the atmosphere in our barn in Prince George there when it's packed. It's exciting, and I like to get the fans going and I find that when they're involved in the game with me, I play better. So I love kind of feeding off their energy, and I don't know. It's just something I kind of started doing, and maybe it was more of a habit at the end of it when I kept doing it, but it was good. Yeah.
Nice. Was it probably a whirlwind too, where you had that game and you also signed that weekend too? Didn't you sign your entry level deal that weekend?
So it was my birthday actually. I signed on my birthday, and then I got a hat trick that night against Kamloops. So that was
and your horse's birthday.
Yeah, so that was a day that I'll never forget. Actually, I know, super special.
Nice. Yeah. Can you help me here? We got the next draft coming up here in about a month, and I'm hoping you can give me a little bit of a scouting report on your buddy Terik Parascak.
I mean, I only got good things to say about him. He was, I played with him actually at camp 2 years ago at 16, and I knew he was special right away. We clicked super easy, and I didn't, he's coming from Edge, I believe he played, and he didn't make her. Yeah, she's on our team for this year, and he ends up putting up what he does. And I believed that I kind of knew he was capable of doing that. Honestly, I think he's so smart away from the puck, and you think he's not in a threat position, and all of a sudden he's got 2 or 3 on you that night. So he just finds a way to do it, and he can be gritty at times, and a really good guy off the ice as well. And it's he's going to surprise a lot of people, I believe. So.
We'll forward that on to Judd and Billy.
What do you think? What do they want Hunter Haight too? It seems like you clicked with him in development camp as well. That line you guys were working with. Yeah,
for sure. No, I love playing with him. I think he's got speed and he's smart as well. And I thought our passing was just pretty good. We seemed to be kind of in sync for a bit, and it was just fun to get the opportunity to play with a guy like that. And it's good.
Do you want to just apologize in advance for all the concussions you're going to give to broadcast folk when they have to read both your names and figure out who's who?
Yeah, I know. It's I heard I don't know what the nickname will be, but that's funny that they're pretty similar, I guess. Eh?
What's your nickname then? What nickname do you go by?
Hider. That's kind of
So probably both in that same wheelhouse, I'm guessing. So
yeah, I think he's Hater.
Oh, this is gonna be great. I love it.
Yeah. Do you pay attention to a lot of the other wild prospects coming through? Like, did you saw Ohgren made his debut, or Husandinov? And I know Yurov's about a year away, but
yeah, I
wasn't sure how much you kind of pay attention, how much you watch those guys.
Yeah, for sure. A little bit, obviously, but I think I'm just honestly just focused on myself, and I think it's always good to see obviously what those guys are doing, but I'm just trying to focus on myself and try to get the best that I can be. So.
So how's your golf game since you're going to be playing later today? I'm curious what your scouting report of you as a golfer is.
I think it's pretty good. I don't know. I'm a hockey player still, so when I hit the gym in a day, maybe my swing won't be feeling the best, but I don't know. I'd say it's good.
Nice. Well, maybe we wrap with this then, Joe. We have our getyourwaggleon.com. Everyone get there right away. Promo code SP10 to take 10% off. We've got our Waggle golf question being, who is in your dream golf foursome? So 3 people, dead or alive. They can be in hockey. They can be celebrities. Who are the 3 that are going to go out there with you?
Oh, I'd say, well, for sure, Tiger Woods, obviously. I think maybe Michael Jordan. I heard he's an unbelievable golfer too. And man, that's tough. Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, and
wow.
And probably
that's you though. You have to have the four of you.
Me. I'm 4th. Hey, that's what I'll do. Then. Yeah, that's what I'll go with.
Who's in the cart with you?
Tiger, so he could help my game out, I think.
Yeah. I know your brother will be very disappointed in that part of the foursome. I know your brother will be pretty.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that, to be honest. I don't know. He would. Maybe I could throw him in there. I guess I'd take, if I was just to throw him in there, I'd take out probably Tom Brady, probably Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods would be the 2.
I didn't mean to guilt trip you on that one. I just figured some people said family members or either their dad or like that, and so
yeah,
I figured I'd give you the.
Out there. Yeah, I didn't even really think of that, to be honest, but yeah.
If my brother picked those 3 over me, I wouldn't get mad at all. I
don't think my brother. I don't know if he'd be picking me if he could pick 3 of the, all-time athletes, but.
But yeah, no, thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you probably in 3 or 4 weeks, I guess, for camp or development camp and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having us. Pleasure. It's fun.
No problem. We'll catch up with you soon. Good luck on the course today, and good luck the rest of the way. And we'll see you in about a month or so.
Yeah, thank you guys.